Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Concoction. See, many times the desires which come in our mind, they are not. The mind makes it look as if, oh, if you can get it or if you can do it, it will be so nice. Correct? Our mind says that, no, Hey Baba, you go there and eat that food. You'll really enjoy it. But when you go and do that, uh, actually there is no enjoyment. You say you wish I could have happily sat at my home and eaten food in peace. So this applies to many other desires. Actually. It is made to look as if by the mind. It concocts actually. Our own mind concocts. Oh, this will be the best gift you can give for yourself. Go and there are advertisements, marketing. Which makes a man to really look forward to enjoyments outside of him. But the real enjoyment they don't understand that within himself actually. Atman Atmana Tushta. When somebody becomes satisfied in self alone, then he is called as a Sita Prajna. So why Krishna is giving this is Arjuna asked, Sita Pragnasya ka Vasha Samadhistasya Keshava Stitadi Kim Prabhaseta Kim Prabhaseta. He asks, what are the symptoms of a person who is rooted in his own consciousness or Krishna consciousness? So, give me his symptoms. So, to answer that question, Krishna is giving so many explanations. In the end of the second chapter, he says, give up all those desires which are coming out of mental concoction. Now, they don't have any factual value. If you try to, fulfill those desires, afterwards you will start regretting. Why did I do this? Many a times, we do this. Those desires which are very palatable to look at, but when you go and do it, you start feeling miserable. Arey Baba, kyun kiya?
Happiness lasts for a few days.
Correct. No?
Or a few hours.
Yeah. You start, you feel really remorse actually. Why did I do this? I could have really skipped this. But the mind has a power over us. It will Mysore to, and at that time all this Hero Honda and Suzuki, I'm talking about 80s. They were introduced at that time. So we all, some 6 or 8 of us would, especially if there is a marriage in Bangalore, we would go by motorbike. Then this friend of mine, he would make a scheme. We will have a stopover at Mandya, where that Nandini milk booth is there. We will have peda, we will have garma garam doodh. Then we come to Madhur, there is a Madhur Tiffany's. There is Madhur Vada, which is very famous at that time. Yeah. So there we will go, we'll eat on dosa, Madhur Vada. Then we go to Ramnagaram, very nice, like this, concoction. But to travel by motorbike from Mysore to Bangalore, it takes 5 hours. By bus, it takes 3 hours. By the time you reach Bangalore, you would be completely drained actually, because it's not easy to go on a two-wheeler such a long distance. So by hyping it up, by imagination, you would think, oh, if I do this, I'll become happy. But when you go there and check, actually it is nothing. So this is the job of the mind. Now Pakistan India match today, so much of hype. My all my old Bahrain contacts. He's in Anil Rao. He's in Melbourne now. They are holding flags and this thing. I honestly I didn't know for what they are holding flags. I asked, is it for any Republic Day or any Independence Day? Then they said, Arey Baba, you don't know. Tum Harikatha mein magna ho gaye. Tumko you lost touch with the world. Today is India-Pakistan match. Then I realized,
Some friend of yours?
Yeah, friend of mine. He was working in Albay's air conditioning here. So he was a good friend. So he's in Melbourne now. So they were holding India and they were shouting slogans and all that. And you know how much hype it is created. Once recently, Leicestershire, so many riots broke out after the match actually, between Hindus and Muslims, so many things. But really, if you think, now I've also gone to stadium and seen the matches. Trust me, there is nothing. People do, they just want to hype up, show others that, I really so much enjoy it. But when he says, Yasman no dujate loko, lokan no dujate chayaha, harsha bayodvegai, muktoya sachame prida. The meaning is one who doesn't become agitated when others disrespect him. And one who never disrespect others. Such a devotee. And Harsha, Amarsha, Bhayod. He is free from Harsha, happiness. Amarsha means sadness. Bhaya, Udvega. Bhaya means fear. Udvega means anxiety. A person who is free from these four.
Udvega means?
Sorry?
Udvega.
Udveg means anxiety. Harsha, Amarsha. Harsha means, some people, when a little happiness comes, they get carried away. They become very elated. Oh, there is nobody like me in this whole world. Now they become completely carried away. The Lord says, don't do that. Amarsha means, when sadness comes also, little drawbacks, it is bound to come in life. Then they put their hand and say, oh, kya ho gaya? Why Lord is punishing me like this? Harsha, Amarsha, Bhaya. Some people are always afraid. क्या हो जाएगा रात को पूरा दरवाजा बंद करके सोता है once again they will get up. My father used to do this. Whether I have locked the door properly, in the mid of the night he would get up and my mother would always scold him, don't go rush like that. And whether the water is coming into the tank or not. You see, in Mysore, there are many thefts and all. If somebody is standing outside, so he would open the door without any botheration. He would go and open the storage tank and see whether water is coming or not. My mother would always say, Baba, please don't go out like that. If somebody is waiting to attack you or something, why take that risk? But he would not listen. So, Bhaya and anxiety, I don't have to tell you. Everybody is anxious now. Stress is at the peak now. And this stress happens mainly for three reasons. Three reasons stress happens. The first reason is some people have the tendency to control others. Everybody around them. Those people who try to control, they will never be happy. They will always be stressed. The second thing is some people are perfectionist. Great scholar. His name was Vachaspati Mishra. He wrote a Bhashya, commentary on Vedanta.
Modern times?
Very long time back.
Okay.
He wrote a commentary on Vedanta. So he got married at the age of 25. And even then, he had already started writing that. So he got married. 50 long years, he was engaged in writing the commentary on the Vedanta. Then, when he became 75 years, he was about to conclude that. And he was sitting in a hut and he was writing the commentary and it almost came to an end. Then what happened? Due to sudden gush of wind, the lamp, it got blown off. Then he saw one lady is coming and she is lighting the lamp again. Then he asked her, who are you? Oh, Bola, don't worry, you continue with your work. Then he said, Hare Baba, tell me, who are you? Then the lady said, no, Prabuji, please write, please continue with your work. Then he closed the book. See, until you tell me who you are, I am not going to do my work. Tell me who you are. Then she said, I am your wife. I am your wife. Really? I never remember or recollect having married you. When did it happen? It may look like an exaggeration, but there is a truth in this. He said, you got married 50 years back when you were 25. Now you are 75. And I don't remember my marriage as well. Yes, even in the marriage, you are keeping your book and you are going through the motions. That's why you don't remember. Then he asked, then how did you eat? How did you survive? Then this lady said, I was doing a housemaid's job in neighboring houses. Whatever I used to earn, I used to cook and give you. Was I eating? Yes, I would keep the plate near you. You would eat it and you will give it back. Then that's how it went. Then he said, oh, I'm so sorry. I have not given you any happiness of this world. All my time was spent in writing the commentary on this Vedanta. I'm really very sorry. He asked her forgiveness. Then she said, Krishna, which is called Shravana. When you chant the holy name of Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. What happens? You will be doing two activities in one time. One is Shravan, another is Kirtan. See, just now we had a Kirtan. Now we are listening also, and also we are uttering. So Shravan and Kirtan both are happening simultaneously. So in any spiritual activity, the Lord says, Man, तन से ज़्यादा मन बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. दैट्स व्हाई हम लोग बच्चे लोग को बोलते हैं ना, बेटा मन लगा के पढ़ो, सी वैसे मन लगा के पढ़ो, करेक्ट ना. So any activity you do, if your mind is not there, then that activity doesn't carry any meaning. You okay, body is one thing, but along with the body, the mind also has to be kept on board. That's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mayarpita Mano Buddhi. You offer your mind and intelligence to me, Yomat Bhakta Same Priya. Such a devotee is very dear to me, the Lord says. The one who is able to offer his mind and intelligence to Krishna, such a devotee is very dear to him. आप बोल सकते हैं, "अरे प्रभु जी, इसमें क्या बड़ी बात है, मन भगवान को देने में क्या बड़ी बात है, आराम से दे सकते हैं." बट इफ यू डू ए रियलिटी चेक,
कहाँ दे सकते हैं?
हाँ, बहुत मुश्किल है।
iPhone है,
हाँ,
फिर टीवी है,
so many
Netflix
distractions
है,
है।
Amazon
is there,
parties.
हाँ, पार्टीज आर देयर, नौकरी है, बॉसेस है। और प्रभु जी का वो झंझट नहीं है, ही इज बॉस हिमसेल्फ। बट फॉर अस वी आर रिपोर्टिंग टू समबडी, सो देयर whims, their fancies, of course he has to take care of his customers. That also is another, it's not easy, I mean. So like this, to give mind and intelligence to Krishna is very difficult. See, many times, as Mataji rightly said, we will be thinking that we are doing some spiritual activity, but mind is somewhere else. Once so happened, there was a joint family. You know, the Sasur, Sasur, he was in the puja room. Every day he used to sit in the puja room, and you can hear the Gantanad. And he would, time to time, he would call his Bahu, "Arey, oh Bahu, I had given my shoes